Yo, people, it's your boy Major, and as always, I'm with my brother Ace, and welcome to another episode of Two Up Front. Ace, what you telling me, bro?
Yo, man, I'm doing well today, man. It's been a beautiful week of football. Things couldn't have gone better for me. So I'm very, very excited to be here today to talk about it. But yeah, how you doing, my guy?
I hear you, bro. And yeah, man, you know how it goes, man. Blessed and highly favored, man, always. But yeah, man, hey, we've got a lot of football to talk about, man. But before we get into that, please make sure you smash the like button, please. And if you've not already subscribed, then please do. We appreciate all of the support that we've been receiving. But yeah, man, we would really appreciate it if whoever isn't subscribed, you do check out our stuff, you do subscribe, and yeah, man, like the video. But yeah, bro. Hey, a lot of football to talk about, man. So
Yo.
let's get straight into it. You know what? I don't know if I'm making this up, but I think as of recent,
Mm.
we've probably been starting with Arsenal more, like in the
I think
episodes.
so.
So
I think
yeah,
so.
I think so. So let's switch it around and let's start with United this time. Um, so obviously Manchester United, we beat Sunderland 2-0, and yeah, man, under Amarim, there's not been a lot of wins, so it's always nice when a win occurs. You know what, bro? I am not going to reiterate a lot of the things that like I've already said as regards to Amarim and the wider problems, management, etc., etc. Because
Mm.
I don't want it to just be a thing where it's like I'm just saying the same thing over and over again. So I'm going to try and like focus on some of the positives and the game itself. And yeah, like I'm not gonna talk too much about Amarim. Like I think you know my views on everything going on there. If you've been listening and been watching, following, you would know my views. So yeah, I'm not gonna overly focus on that. But yeah, I'll start off by saying, like I mentioned before, it's always nice to get a win. I feel like, yeah, man, like you know what? There's two places I want to start, but
Gone.
I'm gonna start with this. Do you know how nice it feels to see a goalkeeper catch the ball
Mm.
and hold on to
Mm.
it?
I hear
do
it,
you
man.
know?
I
Do
hear
you
it.
know how nice
I
it
know
feels,
the shot got at him and it doesn't go through
bro?
him.
And
That's
they didn't
crazy.
go, bro. You know what it's like, yeah. You know if you're a bar manager and
Mm.
you've got bar staff and all of
Mm.
them like they can't do anything. Like when they try to pour the drinks, like it just goes everywhere. They try to carry the drinks to the customers, the glass just smashes, like everything goes
Mm.
everywhere, like they're clumsy, they can't do anything. And then you're like, all
Mm.
right, cool, we're hiring. And
Mm.
then you've got a bar staff, you've got someone there, they're on trial. They
Mm.
pour the drink into the cup, it don't spill. Then
Oh.
they bring the cup to the customer and the customer drinks it. And
Mm.
straight away you're like, you're hired. And they're
Wow.
looking at you like, but
This
all
is
I
the bare
did
minimum.
was,
Yeah.
yeah, all I did was just pour the drink into the cup and bring it to the customer. And the
Mm.
manager's like, that's all we need.
Hey, man.
right
It's
now,
that simple sometimes, bro.
right now, that's all we need because of
It's that
what we've
simple.
been through right now. We just need someone at least that can do the
Mm.
basics. And I've already
I
said it. Regarding Lamens, like I don't
mm.
know much about him. Like I watch a lot of football. I don't watch the Belgium league. Like I didn't know much about him. So obviously I'd heard things, I'd seen comps, but of course, when it comes to that stuff, there's only so much you can take from all of that.
Mm.
And yeah, rooting for him. Like people have said a lot of good things about him, but sometimes it's like you can only just wait and see. And don't get it twisted. He's gonna have much more challenges. He is going to make mistakes because all keepers do. Like that's just bound to happen. Um, but yeah, like I think the United fans obviously they were ironically singing, you Schmeichel in disguise, you Schmeichel in disguise. But
Nice, man.
yeah, it just
Did
shows
you go
that
to this game?
it
Oh no, you weren't at
shows.
this
What do you
game.
say,
Yeah,
bro?
yeah. And I was asking if you went to this game. I just thought that no, you
No,
weren't at
I
this
didn't
game.
go to
Yeah,
this
yeah,
one.
yeah.
But yeah, like it was nice, like obviously just to feel a bit more safe, man. Like, do you get me? The basics. And I said it, like you want a keeper to be able to just do the basics at the minimum. Like, do you get me? And yeah, man, like, and I think obviously, hopefully, as he continues to grow, like, he'll get more and more comfortable. I think in the match he had like one like little hiccup when there was a bit of miscommunication between him and Bruno. But outside of that, man, like yeah,
Mm.
like being able to just like command the area, catch the box. I mean, catch the ball.
Mm.
Sorry, he sent it long to Sheshko a few times, which yeah, we'll speak about Sheshko in a little bit. But yeah, man, like I felt like he done he done well, man. Like it was a nice debut, and yeah, man.
No, I
Like
hear it. Yeah, I
how
think I
good
mean,
how
I have
good
to
he's
give
gonna
some.
be, we
I
don't
also
know.
have to give Amram a little bit of credit there too, because maybe he was also waiting to give him a chance. Where you know what, nice little
Oh,
comfortable run out against Sunderland, and not when that's time
mm,
the heat is all the way up. I know you don't want to give it to him, but I'm gonna give it to him a little bit and say I think there was definitely some logic there in terms of not throwing him in, because I feel like with
he was
United
trying to protect. I
it
think he
was.
was trying to
Yeah,
protect him.
he's
Yeah,
definitely trying to protect him, man. Because
yeah.
this is just the way things are going for you. If he had played in any of the earlier games, he probably would have made a Haaland, then it's a different conversation. But nice comfortable run at Sunderland. Yeah, I feel like that's quite a comfortable start for him as well, like in terms of
Mm.
his United journey. So yeah, no, fair play. I didn't watch it, but I heard that he had a good or reasonably good debut. So no, I hear it.
Yeah, man. Like I said, man, yeah, just doing. And obviously, yeah, like I don't know what he's going to turn into. Obviously, I hope he like becomes like a absolutely brilliant keeper. It's still very, very
Mm,
early days. We don't know. Yeah, we can only wait and see. But yeah, it was just nice to have someone in goal where like you weren't panicking straight away. I hope, man, like it wasn't just a great start or a good start and
mm,
then it just all collapses. I hope that's not the case. But yeah. Um, and then yeah, the second person that I think I really want to speak about, I mentioned him, is Sheshko, man. Like, yeah. I feel like there's a lot of positives to take from his display. We've spoken about him, and I think I said that, yeah, man, like, when some people were like scrutinizing him, I was just like, yeah, with me, nah, I'm not even like that's Sheshko's not even the focus right now. Like, there's
mm,
much more things that there's many more things that I think people should be looking at. I said it, like he came on as a sub against Arsenal. He came on as a sub against Fulham. He came on as a sub against Burnley. His first start was City away. Then he started Chelsea at home, but then he had to go off at half time because Casemiro got the red card. And then obviously he got the flick on for Mbumo where Sanchez took him down and then Sanchez got sent off. And then obviously against Brentford, he started, he scored, and then he scored again today. I think today, firstly with the goal, I think, yeah, man, like is a proper striker's goal. I think it's them like get out the mud type of goals where it's just like, yeah,
mm,
man, like you're anticipating, you're in the penalty area, you're active, like you're hoping a loose ball can fall to you, and then yeah, man, like puts it away on the volley, and
mm,
yeah, like happy that he's able to get his goal. But then even his overall play, man, like I think obviously we've heard so many things. I've watched him as well, and yeah, like people have always said about Sheshko, like he's a very technically capable footballer. Like, do you get me? Like, yeah, like he can link up play, like, and he can bring others into play, like his touch, etc. All of those things have been spoken about. And yeah, man, I think in this game he was very involved. Like he was bringing others into play. Like he was able to be a focal point as well, whereas like things
mm,
can stick to him and then he can move. I also feel like United, man, there's still so much more we can be getting out of him because when you've got someone who is that athletic, there's nowhere
mm,
near enough crosses going into the box for him to contest, man. Like, do you get me?
mm,
There needs to be much more crosses just flying into him where it's just like, all right, bro, like you do
mm.
your thing. Like, do you get me? You go challenge for that. Like, do you get me? So I think much more of that needs to happen. Also, I think on the transition as well, I think that's something that, like, I think, especially for someone who's 6'5", like he can move. So it's like, I
Yeah, no,
think,
you
yeah,
can.
that's something that, yeah, like we want to see more of as well, because there's times like whilst he's been playing for United, he's been making those runs and they've been ignored and stuff. So yeah, like both the goals, like his goal against Sunderland and the goal against Brentford, they were like very much like him just, being a striker. And do you get me? And getting on the end of things and persevering and getting these goals. And I'm happy because obviously, like for strikers, their currency is goals. That's always what they're going to be judged upon. But yeah, man, like I hope United can help facilitate for him more, because yeah, if they do, then I think there's a lot of potential there. So yeah, no, I was really happy with his performance. I think in the first half as well, in Bumo, Ahmad, that relationship looked much better as regards to like the understanding between the two. I think previously they've kind of been getting in each other's way, and Ahmad's also not been the greatest, but he looked much better, like much, much better. That's more
Yeah,
of
had a
kind of
point
like
to
the
prove
Ahmad.
in it.
Yeah, man. Like, and obviously I know that I think he had like a family member passing away. So like he's been going through his personal stuff as well. So I was really happy to see him like, perform well and do his thing. So yeah, man, like we had chances as well. Like their keeper made like some good saves. Some I was expecting him to make, but I think the outstanding one was the one where he tipped it onto I think the bar from Bruno's shot.
Yeah, that was
Yeah,
lovely.
like yeah, which was a really good save there. But yeah, I think second half wasn't as good as the first half. Yeah, man, like, and Manchester United we're still not controlling games for like 90 minutes. We're still not able to do that. We're still not playing through the middle. And Kobe is still not getting anywhere near enough minutes for my liking. So yeah, those things are still concerns. Obviously, we've got Liverpool at Anfield next after the international break. We'll speak about them a little later. But yeah, that's always obviously incredibly difficult game. But yeah, like all in all, happy to get the win. Happy for Sheshko. Hoping that we can like start to provide for him more. Hoping also, I think Cunha as well, when he came on, he done some good things. Oh, sorry. Mason Mount as well.
Yeah,
Credit to
that's what I
him.
was
Like,
gonna shout
yeah,
out.
sorry, yeah, sorry. Mason Mount, like, yeah, great touch, great finish. And yeah, man, he's been really good. I think the big thing with Mount is that he just needs to stay fit, man. Like, that's
Yeah.
the big thing with Mason Mount. But yeah, bro. I'll pass the mic to you, man. And yeah, let me
No,
know your thoughts.
no, literally. I guess on the positives, I think I was definitely gonna shout him out because yeah, that was actually a
Mm-hmm.
beautiful goal to start the game. And I feel like with United, you guys are definitely a confidence team as well. Again, that
Mm-hmm.
early goal definitely probably set the scene for why the first half. I think you guys actually played quite well from what I watched back of the game. But I know you said that you were tired of speaking about Amarin, but me, I have to just say that yeah, man. The second half, I think was just again, it's like it's Sunderland. Like why can't you do give a 90-minute performance where like for the whole game, there's nothing to talk about. And I feel like that Sunderland had a couple of chances in that second half that they get a goal. I think we're back to it's
It's
scary
tense.
hours, whether it's tense for the rest of the game. Just because again, like you're not finishing the game when you were on top in the first
Mm-hmm.
half. So yeah, man. I think overall, and again, I think it's also that thing with Amarin where I know that like a lot of your wins have come up against the teams that have been relegated or are fighting relegation. So it's like this game doesn't tell me anything. That's why I would
Nope.
love to sit here now and say, "Oh, you guys have you're going to Anfield after the break. You can do something," but I don't believe that whatsoever. Because yeah, I feel like just when the caliber of team or the caliber of opposition you have steps up, I think that's where the system falls down. So I think in this isolate game, I think yeah, there's not much you can really complain about. I think there's a lot of positives, but I think I'm also not seeing anything that tells me that this is like maybe things turning or maybe this is when he's gonna go get his back-to-back wins. I still just see it as you played a relegation candidate team and you did what you needed to do. So fair play. And yeah,
Mm-hmm.
Sesko, Mount, Lemens, I think you can definitely shout a lot of individual players for like them doing their jobs, which is all you can ask for them. But yeah, I just feel like overall, I'm still not seeing anything that makes you think that yeah, maybe this is the start of him turning things around. Just because again, it's another relegation team. It's not a team that maybe I'd expect United to really. I guess it's not a surprise that you won this game. If that makes sense.
Yeah,
So
but I also
yeah.
feel like even if United were to beat Liverpool, again, I always go
Mm.
back to the the thing we had with the Ten Hag.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think even if we were to beat Liverpool, I still wouldn't even be taking much from the game. I'm not gonna lie. I'll feel like yeah, like they're your biggest rivals. And don't
Mm.
get me wrong, I'll be extremely happy. It would be a great result. But as regards to Amarim and etc. Like, yeah, like that wouldn't be an indicator that things have necessarily changed. It would be nice to finally win back-to-back Premier League games, but yeah. So I feel like with Amarim, like yeah, again, it's just one of them ones. I have to try and speak about some of the positives. Otherwise, the United section is just gonna
I
be,
hear it.
hey man, you know what I think about Amarim. Not much has changed, etc. We won. Let's move on.
Mm,
Like, do you get me? Which obviously, yeah, we'll be doing a disservice if that's all we're doing. So
no,
yeah,
I
man,
hear it.
I've got to try focus on the intricacies. But overall, yeah, I've said it many times, man. Yeah, I agree with the majority of what you said. Um,
Mm,
not much. It doesn't show. It doesn't show us much, to be
mm,
honest. The same way, even again, even when we beat Chelsea, 2-0, I was there. I said the same thing. I was like, yeah, do you get me? So, yeah, man. Like, I
yeah.
think for Amarim, he's going to have to like firstly put a run of games together, like a run of wins together,
Mm,
and there has to be like significant improvements as regards to build up, as regards to control, as regards to the system, etc. For people to start even like thinking that, oh, you know what, could things be steadying a little bit? Because yeah, man, we still don't build up through midfield. And yeah, there's just a lot of the same problems are still there essentially, man. So yeah, but again, like I think even in times like this, even when the manager's doing what the manager's doing, etc., like you could still look at players and their performances and like what it is that they're doing,
mm,
and yeah, like analyze that. So yeah, I think for this
no,
game, that's what I tried to do.
no,
But yeah,
100.
man, another 3 points on the board, and hey,
Hey man,
over over to
listen,
you.
I'm here to be proven wrong, man. If you go to Anfield and you do something, even though, hey man, anything, I'll take it, Amram, please. So, but yeah, now I guess over to me. Yeah, no, honestly, I feel like yeah, we're probably quite similar this week. Where like Arsenal wise and United wise, I feel like well, our games weren't the biggest games, but there's definitely a lot more interesting kind of fixtures to talk about. I feel like our game too was just a very comfortable, from what I've seen, just a comfortable 2-0 win against West Ham. It feels like West Ham just didn't really bring or come with any kind of real intent to get anything. They were just like, let's try stem the bleeding. So I feel like my first starting point with this game was like, yeah, man. I think unfortunately, my only we'll get into a bit, I guess, when we get into like maybe the title race discussions. But yeah, man, I think the one thing that looks like that's scaring me a little bit of us is just the frequency that we're getting these injuries, man. Like I think as good as our squad is, Odegaard to go off 3 games in a row before half time, and now like Goody's MCL now out for a few weeks. How that's going to impact the rest of the team, we'll see. So yeah, I think starting off with a lineup, we went with the midfield that probably a lot of people have wanted to see, which is Rice, Odegaard, Eze, and we stayed for 30 minutes before Odegaard went off, and then Zubimendi came on. And from what I've heard and seen, I feel like that probably brought more balance than maybe it was at the start. But I think it's just more of just like it's just like every game we're picking up an injury to a key player. As big as our squad is, it's just like there's a bigger issue there that needs to be resolved. Was just like from an Arsenal perspective, from the West Ham perspective, bro, I find West Ham fans so weird, bro. Like for the whole game, I'm seeing these lot on Rice, on Rice. I'm like, bro, why is there so much animosity to this guy, bro? He left your team in a good circumstance, earned you over 100 million. Like he's done nothing but be respectful, and these lot were on him for the whole game. So it was only right that he would get the opening goal to start the game off, man. So fair play to him. And then yeah, from there, I feel like we're just waiting for the second. I know there was some. I don't know if you have any thoughts on the whole Saka Gyökeres situation with the penalty. I've been seeing some discourse about that, about like, oh, maybe, well, like, is Osaka right to just take it, or should we have a
We've
clear penalty taken now? Yeah, I don't know if you have any thoughts on that one.
we've spoken about it before, because
Mm,
I said that, first and foremost, I don't think Saka did anything wrong. Yeah, no, I don't think he done anything wrong at all. Like, yeah, because like he's Arsenal's penalty taker. So yeah, no, I don't
mm,
think he did anything wrong. Like, I think he's fully entitled to take the penalty. And yeah, man, like he's the main man. Like, do you get it? So like, I think like he's been the main man. Like he's very entitled. If again, I said it personally for me, I would have Gyökeres take the pens. Like I
mm,
said it before the season started. Like I would have Gyökeres take the pens. And my thing with penalties is first and foremost, they've got to be a good penalty taker, which Gyökeres is. Like, so you can't just do it on sympathy. Like, yeah, they've actually got to be good. But secondly, my thing is always whoever whoever for your team you want to be the main goal scorer, like where goals is most important to them, I believe should take the penalties, providing that they are a good penalty taker. Like that's always my thoughts on penalties. So when I think of like Saka and Gyökeres, I think that for Gyökeres, like they are probably like more important like as regards to goals. But I also don't think Saka did anything wrong. Because in Saka's head as well, he may think that like he's got his personal goals, like do you get me, as regards to he wants to hit etc like this amount or whatever the case may be. And me personally as well, I feel like I think is one of them ones as well, like because a lot of I was seeing the discourse amongst Arsenal fans, because some people are like, hey man, nah, it's good Gyökeres didn't cover up his stinker with a penalty, man. Like this or whatever the case may be. And I'm just like, hey man, bruv, it's none of my like I'm just looking at watching. You know, there was where you just watch the arguments from afar. Like, do you get me? So I'm just like, yeah, some people say, hey man, nah, this is this, and some people say, nah, man, but for his confidence, like this. I'm seeing people say, raw, now Sheshko, he's right up. I was looking at it, I was just like, hey man.
yeah,
you guys,
so now,
yeah, you guys do what you think. So even when just another developer saying Rangers bugging, I'm saying, bro, it's none of my business. Like at the end of the day, Gyökeres at the end of the season, he's gonna be judged for his goal tally. Like, do you get me? So it's like whatever that is that's what it is. Like, do you get me? But I always think for those players where they're gonna be judged for their goal tally, like, yeah, if you have an opportunity to get them more goals, providing that they're up to it, like, then yeah, like I think pens makes sense. And it doesn't necessarily have to be a striker. Like, for example, with Salah's been Liverpool's main source of goals, so it's like he was going to be the penalty taker. I remember when Ronaldo was at United, the first stint, like, do you get me? Like, he weren't a striker, but he was the main man, and also he became our main source of goals. And yeah, like those numbers were important to him. So he's like, yeah, like I'm gonna get the goals. But again, for Saka, he might. That's what maybe, like I said, he might want to be thinking, you know what, like, bruv, Gyökeres, you're just gonna have to get your goals another way, man. Me, I'm trying to get. I've got my 20 plus that I'm trying to bag, etc. Like, I'm trying to get into these conversations or whatever the case may be, which I think he's entitled to do. So that's why I said, like, I don't think he done anything wrong. Like, with me, I wouldn't criticize him for it at all.
Yeah. No, 100%. I think I think I think I agree with what you're saying in terms of the main penalty taker taking them. I think in general, I kind of do just want Gyökeres to take them going forward. But this game, I completely understood why Saka wanted to take it.
200.
Like, what, 200 game, 100 GA now from that penalty now. So again, it's like you can see all the reasons. I think 55 goals, 45 assists. So again, you can see why he wanted it, just for like those numbers and those kind of accolades. But in a general game, I agree that if he wants it, he should take it, because again, we wouldn't even be here if it wasn't for Saka. But I think in general, I just think it's just simple where just like your striker, your main goal scorer, they just take the penalties, and it's just kept simple. Like, you don't get these debates on who's gonna take it. Sometimes I think it can get very embarrassing on the pitch when there's not that kind of clarity from the top on what's happening. But I think this game, I'm thinking maybe it was just a circumstance. But then again, the penalty Gyökeres did score early in the season. I think Saka was on the pitch, so it's gonna be interesting now whether this actually is because of the accolade, because of the uniqueness, or Saka just like, nah, like they're not taking them. Which
and he's entitled to.
Yeah, he's
entitled to. Like, because he may actually say, "Hey, man, I'm trying to step it up." So it's like, yeah, that's why. Like, I think either way, like, I hear it. Like, but yeah, and again, if you look at Chelsea and Palmer, for example, like, Palmer came in, they didn't really have like an outright penalty taker. Palmer took responsibility for them, and in his first season he got 20 plus goals, and he's been Chelsea's top scorer, like, do you get me, for the last couple of seasons. And like, so he said, bro, yeah, man, these are mine, like, do you get me, like, the pens are mine, like, these are important. So it's like, and I think it depends as well, because obviously when you look at like Manchester United, for example, it's been Bruno, but we've not had like any like prolific strikers. Like, there was times where it's like Rashford will take a few as well. But yeah, like, do you get me? Like, Bruno was like a main source for goals. So yeah, man. Like, I think it depends, man. Like, but overall, I think if Saka takes them, as long as he scores them, then
Yeah,
there's
exactly.
no
And when,
big
and
deal.
when, and when, and when he misses, then we can have the debate again on who should
Yeah,
take them. But in the
yeah,
meantime,
yeah, yeah.
it is what it is, man. So yeah, no. So
Mhm,
ultimately, it was definitely just a very comfortable win for Arsenal, which is what we can ask for, especially off the back of I think West Ham beat us in the last 2 years, at least once
mm,
in the season. So again, I think I saw an interview from Saka at the end saying how January called him up before the game and said, "Bro, last year these lot beat you, so stay focused." So again, man,
mhm,
like those are the kind of things that, yeah, I guess more reason why Saka probably went into the game with a chip in his shoulder and said, yeah, not again. So now, man, it's definitely good to see us, I guess, learning from that and pick up the win this time, man. Yeah, we'll see
mhm.
as we go on, man. Because yeah, man, this title race, it looks like it's gonna be very, very tense. It's gonna go straight down to the wire. So yeah, bro. So yeah, no. Overall, from an Arsenal perspective in this game, I think there's not too much to get into. I think just comfortable win. West Ham, I guess, new manager, not much time to kind of set in. So it just looks like they just came to try and nick something, and they just, oh yeah, fortunately for us, they weren't able to, and that's why we're able to keep it stepping with another 3 points, take us top of the table. So yeah, nah, man, definitely a very enjoyable weekend from an Arsenal perspective.
Yeah, I think um Arteta deserves credit. Obviously Odegaard had to go off injured, sorry. But I think, yeah, just even the intent of like lining up like that with Rice, Eze and Odegaard, like, you know what West Ham and Nuno were gonna do. And he said,
Mm-hmm.
cool, I'm gonna try and combat that. Like, and I think, yeah, that's good. Like, that's a good approach to have. Like, we spoke about him last week as well. When he played, who did you guys face last week? Um,
Uh, my brain's gone blank.
just slipped my head.
We, yeah, same. I have the fixtures in front of
Hmm.
me. Who did we play last week? We played Newcastle.
Oh, Newcastle. Yeah, 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 yeah. We spoke about his approach when you faced Newcastle and was like, okay, yeah, that was much better than the approach against Man City.
Mm.
So yeah, man, like, I think credit to Arteta as regards to that. What do you think? I want to hear your take on the whole. Like, I'm hearing a lot of conversations regarding Gyökeres. What are your thoughts, like, as regards to how he's integrating in the team? Do you have any concerns? What
Bro,
do you think?
I don't care. I don't care, man. Like again, man. It's that balance thing, right? Because I think even with Liverpool at the start of the season, where when you're winning, it's very easy to like kind of mask problems, and then when
Hmm.
you're not winning, then everyone can now go back and say, yeah, this is why all of these problems were
Hmm.
always there. So I think you always have to be careful with that balance. But I think with Gyökeres, I think he's got 3 goals so far this season. So it's not like he's just
Hmm.
stunk it out and he's not scoring. But even when he's not scoring, man, one of the reasons why everyone said Arsenal need a striker is because we had no focal point that was occupying players that was in
Hmm.
an even place and now double team Saka, triple team fucking Martinelli, and do all this stuff across the pitch. But just his
Hmm.
presence and he's like the energy and drive that he plays with, even when he doesn't get goals, he opens up space for so many other players as well. So it's
Hmm.
like as long as he's doing that, and also too, obviously we're picking up the wins, and I don't care. Like before, he was definitely very, very smelly in that game. Don't get me wrong. I have to add on that he was terrible in that West Ham game. But again, like he was terrible while making sure that he was always a nuisance for the West Ham defenders, which then meant that we were able to create chances outside of him as
Hmm.
well. So I think as long as that continues, then I don't care, man. Like I feel like I think you even said it. I think it's stuck in my head that he's gonna have games like this. Like he's not a techie. He's not the it's like techie striker that's gonna pluck the ball out of the air and lay someone off. That's not what he's gonna do. What he's gonna do is just run the head straight into two center backs, and that might mean that Saka now has an opening to get a goal, and I'll take it. Like so again, I feel like sometimes in football, man, it's just like, what can we complain about? Like, oh, Arsenal won again. Oh, but yeah, but Gyökeres, man. Now look, let's talk about how bad he was. But I don't care, man. Like honestly, like I think that's kind of my take with it. Like he has to definitely get better, but overall, he's not the reason. Like he's not affecting us from winning games. So it's kind of like he can step up in that kind of time frame while other players pick it up as well. If that makes sense.
Hmm.
But yeah, that's my take on it.
I hear you. I hear you. All right, cool, man. Swiftly moving on. Obviously, the biggest game of the weekend was Liverpool taking on Chelsea. And yeah, man, I want to firstly start off by saying, if you go back and watch the first episode and we're doing our ones to watch, man, I said a certain Brazilian. You
This
get
guy,
me?
man. This guy picked
I
the
said a
coldest Brazilian and
I
said,
said
"Oh,
a
watch him.
certain
Watch
Brazil.
out for
Hey,
him.
nah, bro.
Watch out for
Hey,
him."
people
The
weren't
coldest
picking him,
Brazilian.
bro.
They say
Hey,
this guy's the
bro.
best Brazilian of his
No,
generation.
bro. You went for the standard Jao Pedro pick, bro. No one was going for Esteban. I said, hey, man, hey, this guy, I've watched him, bro. You can do his thing, man. So yeah, man, check the tapes.
Nah,
But
you did
yeah,
say.
no, yeah, no. I think first and foremost, overall with the performance, I think Chelsea they performed very well, man. Like I think, especially with the context of all the injuries that they had, and yeah, like their backline and stuff. I think that was like a performance of a lot of heart, and credit to them as well, because in that second half, I think Liverpool had a period where it was like, okay, you know what? It looks like they're they're the ones that are more likely to get the winner, and then they swung it back. Like yeah, they changed the momentum back to them, and they were really going for the win as well. Like, and I think that was really impressive. Like, they weren't actually just content with a draw. Like, they were
No.
actually going for it, which yeah, is super, super impressive, man. I think a couple like standout performances. I think Caicedo, yeah, brilliant
Oh.
again. But honestly, for anyone who's been watching him and been paying attention, like he's been like this for a very long time, man. Like, yeah,
Yeah.
like he's been sensational. So this is actually nothing new. And he's been sensational without scoring. Like it seems like every single time he scores is a banger. But honestly, like if you're just watching what he's been doing, like forget the
Yeah.
goals. Like he's been brilliant. Like, and that's not something that's just happened this season. Like I thought he was brilliant last season. Like he's been putting in top performances after top performances, and yeah, man, like he's been a like brilliant midfielder for Chelsea. So yeah, like a lot of credit goes to him. And yeah, man, like I think Liverpool, they went back to the
Oh,
Soboslai,
yes.
Gravenberch, and McAllister midfield, and McAllister, who I think is like a really good player, like yeah, like really talented, but he's been so bad this season, like so bad. He has
Bro.
been
Like he's
incredibly
working
poor,
against them, man. I've never seen a player misplace
incredibly
so many.
poor,
When you
man,
watch a player, you just watch him misplace pass after
bro.
pass after pass. I was like, bro, you need to get one of these on target.
Incredibly poor, man. Like honestly, and yeah, man. Like Liverpool, like they can't say that this hasn't been coming. It's ironic because obviously last minute winner again, Palace scored against them, and then obviously this game as well, another last minute winner, and they won their several games early in the season through last minute winners. So yeah, man, what goes around comes around. But yeah, like I think Chelsea were deserved of their victory. I think Liverpool, like I said, like Salah, he doesn't look like yeah, like it's just not flowing for him currently. Like he's not looking like prolific in his actions. Like yeah, like just his passes, his shooting, like yeah, like everything's looking a bit off. Isak, obviously, there's gonna be a lot of pressure on him, like big money. I think he's still finding his feet, and he's still like warming up. But yeah, man, like I think I do feel like the reaction I've seen regarding Slot, I think is a bit
Bro.
mad, bro. Like I'm thinking,
Bro, you
bro,
know,
you
bro,
guys are,
in
you
this
guys,
new this era of fans that we have, bro, is something else,
bro.
man.
I'm
A
thinking
manager
this
can win you
guy,
the league the year before, can then be top of the league and then be 1 point behind, and people
bro.
are
He's
actually
one
like,
point behind, bro.
I'm
Like,
like,
and he
bro,
wanted
like,
to leave,
calm
and it's like,
down,
oh, you
man.
don't like. It's
Like this
still early
instant
enough for him
gratification
to
thing,
find.
bro, is so
Yeah,
crazy. Like,
it's
calm
mad.
down, relax. Even if Liverpool don't, like,
It's mad.
calm down, relax,
It's
man.
mad. Yeah.
Bro, but yeah, I think it just kind of just summarizes the world we live in now, man. Where it's like, yeah, the moment you lose a game, you drop points. It's just it's straight, absolute carnage. Like it's
And
straight, yeah.
you know what? The performances haven't been great, so it's like
No,
it's
they
not
haven't.
like this wasn't coming. But yeah, man, like Slot should have enough credit in the bank, like more than enough credit in the bank for you to
But
say,
nah, bro,
all
that's
right,
not a
cool.
spicy take.
Let him,
That's
yeah,
not spicy
let
enough,
him
bro.
sort this out. And
That's not
again,
spicy
man,
enough,
like you mentioned, like he's 1 point off, bro. Like, do you get me? It's not
bro.
like Like it's not like Arsenal are out here running away
Bro,
with
and
it,
I
bro.
think
Like, you
that's the
get
thing
me?
too, where it's like there's no nuance anymore, man. Like you can criticize him and then not also go straight to the extremes of Slot it's under some pressure. Like, bro, like just criticize and say everything that he did wrong and it's fine. You can still
Yeah,
think that he's still the manager for the club, but it's like you can't do one. It's all in or not in at all. Like it's like bro. Yeah, so
yeah,
I agree, man. The reaction I've seen from the game, I was like, yeah, nah, this is way too much, way over the top, man. Like,
yeah.
but yeah, and also, bro, yeah, to kind of echo your
Mhm.
words, I think you have to give Chelsea so much credit in this game, man,
Yeah, man.
so much credit because. Yeah, like it was actually like a Bournemouth type performance the way they played Liverpool. Like they were hunting them throughout the whole pitch, bro. Every time a Liverpool player was on the board, there was a Chelsea player pressing them, forcing
Hmm.
them back. Like they made Liverpool like look like nothing in that first half, especially. Liverpool definitely got better after the break, but in that first
Hmm.
half, Chelsea were on them.
Hmm.
Like I mean, there's so many players that you have to even on top of Caicedo, like you said. I mean, he's been amazing. But even players that I criticized recently, like Enzo, I've never seen this guy move like this. He was really good in this game. Acheampong, young 20-year-old centre back, he was moving mad in this game as well. This what's his name? Badia Shill. They had Gusto in midfield with Caicedo and Enzo busting Liverpool's midfield from last season that won the league. Like it's actually ridiculous what Chelsea did to them in that first half. The number of injuries they had as well throughout the game for Liverpool still not to get over the line and still for Chelsea to win at the end. And yeah, you started off with Estavio, and yeah, bro, he's the truth, man. Every time I watch him playing, he gets some touches on the ball. I say, yeah, this is Chelsea have got you can just tell straight away that this is not one of the 60 young players that they bought that are gonna get sold next year. He's like here to stay because he's absolute quality. Like he came onto the
Yeah.
pitch and he decided like, yeah, nah, I'm gonna make an impact in this game, man. And I think he's been quite unlucky in the previous games because of the red cards and sending offs. He's tended to be the sacrificial piece. But I think he just came to this match just hungry. And yeah, man, I don't know if you want to talk about what's his name or two, man. Bradley. Yeah, man. That first half he was getting cooked, man. Like I think
Yeah.
what's his name? Cucurella said it after the game that they knew that Salah wasn't really gonna track back, so they were just double teaming him. And you could just tell that first half it was a torrid time for him. So nah, man. Overall, like I think from a Chelsea perspective, I think it's definitely those games that you have to definitely enjoy it because when you now sit back and everything cools down and you realize how many more players they've now lost to injuries, you say, boy, I don't know how this is gonna impact you in your next game. But for this Liverpool
International
game,
breaks. International
oh, it is
breaks come at a
international
good
break.
time. Yeah.
That's actually come out at a very good time for them because yeah, man, their players were dropping like flies. But
Mm.
now it was definitely a very tense and well deserved win by them, man. Like overall. Like yeah, Liverpool, but unfortunately, I actually think he actually didn't do too badly when he came on. Probably should have
Yeah.
got an
That
assist with his
first
first touch.
that
That
yeah,
first
that
touch,
flick. Oof.
yeah. Salah's actually been trolling him. I mean, a couple of
Yeah.
times now he's done that, and Salah's just said, "Nope, I'm not gonna eat. I'm not
Mm.
gonna eat." So he's just not really helped him out at all, man. But yeah, nah. So yeah, nah. From a Liverpool perspective, I think yeah, you can definitely look at Slot and say, "Oh, did he make mistakes?" Because I think at the same way that kind of Merska and Arteta are quite similar in recent weeks, where they both had that kind of criticism of being too negative and not going for the proactive subs. And I feel like in this game, that's what Slot did, like taking off. I think Kanate might have had an injury, but like not bringing on Gomez, moving Gravenberch into centre back, bringing on
Bro,
Endo.
it's
Like
not
how he's
even
making all these just like
bro,
negative. I was like, what are you what are you
it's
doing,
not even
bro?
that, bro. It's not even
Go
bro.
on.
What on earth does Chiesa have to do, bro,
Hey
to
man,
get
hey
more?
man, hey
Bro,
man.
what on earth? He's like
I
one of
don't
your
know.
few
I
informed
don't know.
players, bro,
Hey
where it's
man, he
like
said
he
nope.
continuously has an impact. And for
Yeah,
whatever reason,
he's
yeah,
not
man,
just not
like
trying to give him minutes.
I don't
Yeah,
know why,
just
bro. I
uh,
don't know why. But yeah, what
mm,
does he
mm,
have to
mm,
do? Like, yeah. But
mm.
yeah, like Slot, you know what it is? They've got a lot to just like figure out. They've got the quality. The quality is there. They've just got to figure things out. I think that right back position, yeah, man. Like Trent was obviously so crucial to a lot of what they did. And Trent's relationship with Salah as well was
Mm.
brilliant. But yeah, like it's beyond that because there was like I've seen Liverpool play without Trent, and there was quite a few games that Trent has missed through injury, like over the last couple of seasons, I believe, and they weren't playing like this. Like, do you get me? So
Mm.
it's like, yeah, I think they're gonna have to figure out what's happening with that midfield. Obviously, players that were performing well last season, they're gonna need to step it up as well. The whole Verts thing, like
Yeah.
figuring that out. I think also like, yeah, man, Konate's just he's this season he's not been
Mm-mm.
what they need. Like so
He's not, man.
that's
And you know
gonna
what? I think that's what it
figure
is too.
out.
I think there's too many positions in that team where players from last season have performed or even not
Mm,
performing now, or new players they brought in now need a serious bedding in. Because like yeah,
mm,
even you saw about right back, even left back, man, even Kirkes, he's definitely another one that Slot has to
yeah.
be looking at and thinking you might need to get dropped as well. Because yeah,
Mm.
both right back, left back, centre back, McAllister, like there's so many players in that team now. You're looking at even Salah. Salah start to the season has not been great at all. Like even for all we say that the relationship with Trent, like he had a couple chances that you'd expect him to bag, and then
Yeah, no, there's
it's a
just
different
been
circumstance.
it's just
Like
been bad quality. Like even with
yeah,
Salah, like in previous games as well, like his first touch has just not been there. Like he's just it's not been good, man. Like I think Ekitike, he's been really good. Like but then now
mm,
there's the whole thing of there's Isak and what are you gonna do? Like, do you get me?
mm,
Because it's like, are you gonna alternate them or are you gonna try play Ekitike off the left? Um in place of Gakpo, maybe like we'll have to see. But yeah, he's someone that's actually come in and is actually like linked up with everyone quite well. And obviously he's got a few goals. But yeah, man, I think Liverpool, it's nowhere near a crisis. Like, do you get me? Like, I think, yeah, a lot of
the rich people
reaction.
problems, man.
Yeah, a lot of the reaction has been like crazy, like rah, like bro, like you won the league last season and you're 1 point off. Like, do you get me? Like, so, and I think there's perspective is funny in it because like you can look at it and think, you know what, we are 1 point off despite not playing great all season. Like, and despite loads of players being out of form, and despite certain players not settling in as much as well as we would have liked. Like, and you could think, you know what, surely, like, if we can just get a few of those things right now, things will get better. Like, do you get it?
Mm.
So it's like it's one of them ones. But I think a lot of people are looking at it like, oh nah, man. Like with the lead was what was it, 5 points? Now we're 1 point behind, and this, and everything. And it's
Mm.
just like, yeah, I think yeah, there's therefore problems that need to be sorted, but it's nowhere near a crisis, man. Like,
Yeah, and Slots a good manager as well. What I will say though
yeah,
is that his narrative in the this is why being a football manager is so funny because when you're
mm,
winning, it's the easiest thing to be charismatic and be this good vibes, jovial person. The moment the results start not going your ways, when you start to see people's true colors, man. Even some of these press conferences just blaming the referee, saying, "Oh, this," I was like, bro, this is the same narrative that people will get onto Arteta for talking about, but now Slots using the same kind of words, but again, it's because results aren't going his way. And again, it's normal, but it's just funny how that always tends to be how it goes. Like it's always like, yeah, when everything is going well, you can be the best vibes. And the moment results aren't going your ways, where you start to see that prickliness under the
mm,
surface and how they respond to questions and just like, yeah, just like the excuses they're making. Bringing the Chelsea game talking about, oh yeah, like we made chances to get more. I was like, bro, Chelsea should have definitely won that game. Like, this is not a you made chances type situation. Chelsea were the deserved winners. So it's like even just like the
Chelsea,
justifications, like yeah.
Chelsea were definitely the deserved winners, but they did have a couple chances which they should have
They,
done better at. Though
yeah, they
Liverpool,
did. They
yeah,
did. But the
they
overall
did.
point is that yeah,
Chelsea
they did it.
defo,
Yeah,
yeah, Chelsea defo deserved to win, and Chelsea had
yeah,
chances that
yeah,
they could have. I remember Enzo should have
yeah,
scored. I
yeah.
think it was Esteval with the cross, and it was a sitter, and he missed it. Like I
And
think he hit the
bro,
outside of the
and
post. Like
even
yeah,
aside from that, man, like you look at the team that Chelsea finished that game with Hato in centre back, and like they had like a
yeah,
whole, I think
yeah,
what Reece James, but the defense was haphazard, bro. Like you'd
mm,
expect. I remember when it went 1-1 from an Arsenal perspective, I thought, yeah, Liverpool winning this game now, man. I couldn't
mm,
believe that Chelsea actually managed to still nick it at the end and get the win. So yeah,
yeah,
overall, in the circumstances with Liverpool having such a strong team out, so with all the new players out, I'm like, yeah, man. This is not. I'm not trying to head. We had some chances to win. You should have won. That's why you were the
yeah,
favorites for
yeah.
this match. You should have won the game. All
Yeah,
right. So
yeah.
nah, man. Fair play to Chelsea.
What I will say it was a good match, like to watch, like just from an entertainment standpoint. Like I think it was a good match to watch,
Very
and
good
yeah,
game.
like I think it swung nicely, like as regards to like momentum as well. And yeah, I think Chelsea were definitely the deserved winners. But
Yeah.
yeah. Liverpool, they've got some stuff to figure out.
And
But
again,
yeah,
man,
bro.
they have you guys next as well, man. The best game for them at what's called Anfield. I was like, bro, anyone else that could give them a scare, but no, not Amaranth United, bro. You're not gonna
Hey
go.
man, bro, you man need to also make sure you focus on doing what you need to do, man.
Hey,
Because
man, it'll be alright.
you corrected the West Ham, but I know Fulham as well. That's been always been a sticky ground to you, sticky ground for you. So yeah, like you got to make sure that you're focused, fam. Because you know
No,
sometimes
100.
when it's like you see the fixture list and you're like, hey man, yep, that should be win 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 win, which it should be. And yeah, like I do think you'll beat Fulham, but also it's like yeah, you need to make sure you're not getting complacent because yeah,
No,
man,
100. And bro, and
things
City are
swing quick.
right there as well, man.
Yeah,
So
man,
yeah, no,
and
it's gonna be a
yeah,
tight
bro,
race.
perfect segue, man, because yeah, City obviously beat Brentford, and yeah, man, like there was a lot of conversations about again talking about like some people being reactionary. I couldn't believe early on the season what some people were saying regarding Pep. I was saying Pep, bro, this
He's
guy,
finished.
bro, Pep,
He's
that
finished.
4 in a row, treble,
Nah,
6
nah, man.
titles.
He's
I said,
washed now.
yeah, man,
He's washed.
you lot need to, yeah, relax. But yeah, obviously, man, um, Haaland. I think
Yeah,
we just got to
honestly,
start there,
I
man.
feel like this is just what we
Haaland.
have to. Even with City in
Yeah,
general, I think we have to
Haaland,
just talk about Haaland because that's actually
Haaland,
the main talking point. Yeah, man, he's
Haaland,
on
man.
fire this season, bro.
Yeah,
He's
bro.
on
That
absolute flames.
that goal he scored as well, bro.
Yeah,
It's a
well, Barkley,
wonderful
man.
goal, man. It's just, bro, just bully ball,
Yeah.
just bully ball. Like, do you get me? It's Shaq in the paint. Like, do you get me? It's barbecue chicken. Like, it's Shaq in the
Mm,
paint dunking on you. Like, it's just bully ball. And yeah, man, this guy, like, obviously, like one of the best strikers in the world. Like, and yeah, he's just been super, super prolific this season. But not just his goal scoring, his overall game has been brilliant as well, man. His link up play has been good, it's been neat, it's been tight. I always say it like Haaland on the transition, absolutely scary, man. Like that's where I think he even like is at his best, but also like when it's just sniffing chances out in the penalty area as well. Like he's doing his thing there in the air. Like, yeah, man, like he just looks hungry. And yeah, I think the City players as well, they know that they can just put that ball into him and just say, all right, cool, Haaland,
yeah,
get to
like the
work.
whole team is actually
Yeah,
geared towards him right now. Like
yeah,
it's actually all about getting Haaland on the score sheet right now.
yeah,
That's what it looks
man.
like with City.
Fam, Vardio, for you just saw it, he said, all
Mm.
right, cool, let me just put that ball in behind Haaland, just get to work. And I saw an interview of him after the game, and he said, like, before the game, he was even like tired and that. Like, do you get me? And then he said their centre back carried on like pushing and trying to like barge him and that. And they said it fired him up essentially.
Mhm.
Like he was like, all right, cool, what? Yeah, you
Mm.
know, we're having a fight today. Cool, say
Mhm.
less. Like, do you get me?
Mm.
And then yeah, man, like he got into it, and then obviously he did what he did. But yeah, man, like City, they've started to stabilize things, man. Like people were concerned, but yeah, they've been able to get some wins together in the Prem, and yeah, man, like you can never ever count them out. Their CV, Pep CV, is way too strong. And so
Mm.
yeah, but yeah, Haaland, crazy striker, man,
Yeah,
crazy.
100, man. I think that's really it. Yeah, he's
Yeah,
been amazing this season, and he's definitely gonna be what's like. Yeah, he's definitely gonna keep City in that race as long as possible, as long as they fix those defensive issues, which I guess we'll see in future games. I think this game they just weren't really tested by Brentford, especially that first half. First half was actually just completely one sided from City. I think
mhm.
Brentford came into a bit in the second half, but yeah, it was just again quite comfortable game for them. So no, they did what they had to do, man. That's what you can do at this stage of the season.
Hear you, man. A couple more things. Obviously, Spurs they got victory over at Leeds, 2-1, which I think yeah, like that's a really good win for them because like yeah, Ellen Road is not an easy place to go to. So
Yeah, they had a good
that was,
unbeaten record there for quite a while. I don't know how many goals it
yeah,
was. It was like over 20 games or something like. Yeah, so yeah, it was
okay.
actually a very, very, very big win for them.
Yeah, nah. And yeah, man, like I think Thomas Frank, like he's been able to like get off to quite a good start. Like currently third in the table, 14 points, 2 points off top. In the champs, what is it? They got a win and a draw. So
Yeah.
4 points, yeah, out of two. So yeah, man, like it's not been a bad start. I think obviously Kudos he gets his first goal as well. Like I think he's put in some good performances. He's got some assists. But yeah, obviously he'll be very happy to get on the score sheet. But yeah, man, like I think Spurs like they've got like a lot to be happy about. I think like of course we've already spoken about where they've got like maybe some weaknesses in their squad that they need
Mm.
to potentially strengthen whenever they can in the transfer windows and add some more quality. But yeah, overall, I say it's been a good start for them, man.
No, 100%, man. I always say, man, aside from the transfer windows, the manager just does what they need to do, and that's what Frank's doing, man. Like he's getting the wins that you expect him to get, and I think that's all you can really ask for. And like, yeah, no,
Mm-hmm.
and they're doing very well. He's made them very, very solid, which again is always the first part, man. Before you're trying to play exciting, expansive football and playing the Andrew way, sometimes you have to just firstly just be hard to beat and be hard to concede against, and then you can start building on top of that with maybe more attacking talent and more attacking play. So I think he's
Mm-hmm.
done the first part very well, and they're getting their win. So nah, man, they have to give him a lot of credit.
Mm-hmm. And yeah, Emery as well. Like he's been able to get back-to-back wins in the Prem and also 2 wins in a row in the Europa League as well. So they've got 4 wins in a bounce. And all of their players still aren't firing, but yeah, like
Mm.
I think it's good that he's been able to like settle things and like get Villa winning games again because yeah, like obviously they got off to like not a great start and they had what I can't remember how many games it was, but they hadn't scored yet. And yeah, nah, I think they've started to put a run together, which I'm not surprised about as well, to be fair, because I think Emery's a good manager. But yeah, I think that's really important to them. And I think this season as well, the Europa League, that's going to be a big competition for them because, yeah, I know their fans, they're desperate for a trophy. And obviously,
Mm.
it means Champions League football. And with all this PSR stuff as well, that would be absolutely massive. So,
Mm.
yeah, and the other manager I quickly wanted to speak about is Ange, man.
Big
And
Ange, man.
they
Yeah,
said he's
nah.
the first manager to go 007. And they said no wins, no clean sheets, 7 losses. That's what they're saying, man. But
That's
yeah,
crazy.
things don't look good over there at all,
Nah,
man.
man,
Like,
they
yeah.
deserve it though, man. I can't lie. How can you go for a manager like Nino? From the appointment, I said this is certainly a choice to give the
Mm.
one of the best defenses in the league to a guy like Ad. So yeah, man, they try to change their system too quickly, and that's always
And
my thing with these type of teams. Sometimes, man, like not this is my gripe with football in general, man. Like not everybody needs to play possession football, man. Like understand, find your type of football and like and be as good as you can be in that football, and you can climb up the league. Look at Palace; they've just lost their unbeaten record now. They're not trying to tiki taka everyone throughout the games. They don't need to. But I think first they're trying to do this tiki taka thing in it. So let's see how well it works out for them. But yeah, so it's
I
just my
I
gripe
don't
in
even
general. Like,
I don't even think I don't know if it was necessarily like a stylistic thing with them. I think there was a falling out, like obviously with Nuno and like upper management, and then obviously that took place. But I don't know if it was a thing of like I don't think it was a thing of like, oh, we don't like
that's
the
the
way you
thing
play
though.
football.
I think it was because I think the way they recruited over the summer wasn't for Nuno's type of football at all. It was for someone like an Anja. They didn't get players that were trying to play Nuno's football, which I think is what led to Nuno the initial falling out with Nuno, from what I've seen anyway. That
So
Nuno
what do you
wasn't
mean?
happy
Like
with their transfer
what players
window.
would
Like in
you
terms of the
what
players
players
that the players that they
no,
went
I'm
after
saying what
weren't the
players would you
mm,
say like what players would you say wouldn't
just
suit
in
you?
general. Like I think a lot of their players, like they got like the what's his my brain's gone blank. The CDM that went to Juventus. What's his name? Douglas Luiz, like he's a bowler, he's a cold
Yeah.
player, but again, I wouldn't have profiled him as a Nuno player. They got like what's his name? I know Nuno went Traore, probably the wrong type of profile anyway, but I think they went to go get Indoy, whatever his name is. So they definitely went for more kind of these type of players that maybe are more expressive and on the ball and tiki taka than maybe Nuno wanted just functional players. From what I've seen anyway, I'm not like a new Forest insider where I know exactly, but from what I've heard, one of the big reasons for the falling out was that he wasn't happy with their transfer window, and if Nuno isn't happy with the transfer, then I can only see that as you want profiling the players that he wanted in his type of football. Is my from the limited information I have anyway. But yeah,
Yeah,
again, I
I
could
hear
be
you,
wrong.
but
So
I think that
yeah.
doesn't necessarily mean that like there was like because sometimes obviously different clubs have different ways as regards to how the scouting and the transfers and the management and how much control they have over X, Y, and Z. But it doesn't necessarily mean that like Forest wanted to play like Ange, quote unquote,
I think it
and
does.
you know what the funny,
No, no, no. Also
thing
too.
is as well. The
Yeah,
funny thing
also
is
too.
as well.
Last thing on
Sorry,
that.
very
Sorry.
quickly. The
Go
very
on.
funny thing as well. Ange hasn't even been playing.
No, he
Ange
hasn't, but that's because he's had no
like
choice. I don't think that's because they would. But you don't bring Ange to play this type of. I think he's doing it out of survival at this stage, which again, what
yeah.
makes it quite
So that
funny.
I'm saying.
But
So then, what's
I
the
think
point?
the reason why I definitely think it also is that I also remember definitely over the summer there was this whole kind of media piece of like Forest changing their style of football in terms of wanting to become more possession based, even when Nuno was still there, which again probably wasn't going to work because that's not Nuno's football. But I remember that being a thing towards the end of last season / the summer. So again, I can definitely do my to kind of bring it up, but I'm pretty sure I definitely saw like media outlets discussing that in terms of that being like a general change. I don't know where it came from that Forest were trying to go in that direction of trying to be more possession based rather than the football they were playing under Nuno. But I think that's what makes it funny though with Nuno is that this is killing him. Like, this is not the type of ball he wants to play. But I think because of how badly it started, I think to be fair in him, he's adapted and he's doing something differently. But I think with Nuno, there's always that funny thing of because of how stubborn and hard-headed, with Ange, because of how stubborn and hard-headed he was, of not changing with Spurs is what makes it funnier now when he does change. Because it's just like he's kind of like in that kind of crossroads where he should change because he shouldn't just keep trying to play your football regardless. But because he's been so like I'm not going to change, when you now change, it's just funny. So I think that's kind of like my overall take with
He changed in the Europa League final though. Like
but in the league he said that I'm gonna keep playing my way. Like I don't really care what happens.
Yeah,
like,
but I also feel like I feel like if you've like, so for example, if you see like an Amarim and he's come with this whole this is my formation, this is my system, I'm not gonna change. And Amarim's main thing is basically I'm gonna do this or sack me. Ange hasn't done that when he's come to Forest. Like, do you get me? Like, he's not said, you know what, like, we're just gonna do this expressive, wonderful type of football, and then if we concede X amount of goals and whatever, then that's where it is. Like, do you get me? Like, he's not that. I've watched Forest games, like, they've not been doing that. Like, I think they've had in the Europa League, I remember watching their game against Betis, and yeah, like particularly Anderson, like he was putting in some really good performances, and yeah, you were seeing some good attacking patterns and stuff like that. But for the most part, yeah, like it's not been like this, like free flowing. It's not been possession based. It's not been like anything which Ange previously has been criticized for. So that's why with me, like it's just very odd if that was the basis of your decision, and then you bring Ange in and he doesn't do anything that you wanted him, what he's not doing what you brought him in for. And that's also his kind of quote unquote like stubborn thing of like, this is how I want to play. But then he's come and he's not played like that, and you're losing. Like, do you get me? So it's like, so it's like, if he plays like that and you're losing, then it's like, okay, well, at least this style, maybe you might think, cool, it's gonna fulfill itself. But he's not playing like that, and you're losing. Like, do you get me? So I'm just like,
double-edged sword,
bro. So yeah,
sure,
that's what I'm thinking. Like, I don't, and it very well might be a thing where it's like, yeah, the higher ups, like they might have had disputes regarding elements of the playing style. They might have had disputes as regards to elements of the transfer strategy. But yeah, like because even with like, if you look at players like a Hudson Odoi, who's like, he was very highly rated when he was younger at Chelsea. Like, it's known to be like was known to be like a very skillful player, like take on players, etc. And obviously, like he went to Forest and like he was doing much better. Obviously, you know, like your Alangas, and I think he utilizes them in like a counter-attacking type of way, where it's just like, cool, like, do you get me? Like, someone like a Gibbs White, like ball carrying, like hit teams on the break, like transition football, like quite quickly and whatever the case may be. So I think like he was getting the best out of players. Obviously, if you look at like a Chris Wood, for example, and 20 goals in the Prem last season, like, do you get me? Whereas like many teams aren't having your striker get 20 Premier League goals. Like, do you get it? Like, I think Elanga as well, like I forgot how many he scored, but I think he had like his GA, like his assist and goals numbers, like they were quite good. So it's like when that's happening, like, do you get me? And then you just like, now look, like, bro, like, it's just
No,
what's
it's
your
hilarious,
angle?
man. It's
What's your
hilarious,
angle?
man. It's hilarious, man.
Like,
It's
what's your
hilarious. But
angle?
nah, they don't make sense anyway, man. When the owners outside the changing room shaking the players' hands, they're going into the changing room, bro. Like it's like, what we doing here, man? So again, man, Mr. Mr. Marinakis. So yeah, all of that, man. Forest, yeah, they're definitely an interesting one this season because yeah, they may be in a battle that they were not expecting themselves to be in, but let's see how it goes. It's still early days, but yeah, and their run of fixtures now are not pretty. Like he's already 007, like you say, and their next run of fixtures, yeah, it's not nice at all, man. I was looking at it earlier, I was like, boy, I think they start this weekend against Chelsea. I was like, cool. So, boy, let me see. They have Chelsea, then they have Porto, then they have Bournemouth, then they have United, and I guess they have, yes, then it gets a bit calm, but someone who's already not won a game already. So,
Yeah.
boy, we'll see
And
how
you're
it goes,
also
man.
like
We'll be there.
you're managing Europe as well. Funnily enough, one of the reasons why I thought maybe like they did bring Ange in as well was because of the Europa League, like was because of they would take being able to win the Europa League and like whatever the case may be. But yeah, man, it's got off to a horrible start.
Terrible start,
So
man.
yeah, man. But yeah, bro, hey, it's that time. Let's recap the predictions. Let's get that up. All right, man. This is what it's currently looking like. So I think the standout predictions from this week, obviously, was you went for a 2-1 Spurs win against Leeds, which obviously happened. So that was the correct score. I went for a 1-1. I went for a 2-0 Newcastle Forest win, which was a correct score. You went for a 3-1. And then, yeah, we both went for United wins, but not a correct score. I went for a Liverpool win. You went for a Chelsea draw. Liverpool Chelsea draw. It was a Chelsea win. Both went for City wins, not the correct score. Villa 2-1. We both got that right. And Everton Palace, it would have been 1-1, but Grealish had other thoughts. So, yeah, man, he got the winner. So, this is currently the standards going into the international break.
All right.
Not going to do the predictions for the next round of fixtures. We'll do that on the next episode because it's the international break. So, yeah. But, yeah, man, that's the predictions. What are you telling me for FPL?
Hey man, bro. FPL is not been pretty, man. It's not been pretty at all. Let me share my screen and just 1 second. Yeah, it's not been free at all, man. As you can see, I'm on 60 points because one of the dire mistakes I made again this week, bro, is I was there on a Friday. I was like, oh, I'm gonna do my FPL today. Ahead of the fixtures tomorrow. I just see Fulham versus Bournemouth. I said, yay. Fulham are playing Bournemouth right now in the Premier League. That means there was a Friday fixture. There was a Friday fixture, man. So my team was unchanged from the previous week. So it could have been even worse. I'm even happy I got the average. But yeah, as you can see, the big mistake, man, is still the lack of a Haaland in my team, man. The lack of a Haaland is
yeah, you
paying me.
trolled, bro. I'm not gonna lie.
I
You should
trolled.
have fixed
I
that
trolled.
after the
The
last
day
episode.
after, I know, man. I know. That's why I said I was even just showing this just to see that this is how not to play FPL. You know what, bro? You are right not to play FPL this season because I've been so busy that I'm just even regretting playing it now. Like I've been so busy, I'm even regretting even playing this game right now, man. Because right now I've given up in all my leagues. I'm just playing for fun, just to just to entertain. I mean, this segment is just purely entertainment at this point, bro. Purely entertainment. I've decided that's the way I have to go down. Like, cause I'm definitely not winning my league no more. So man. So
That is funny.
yeah, man. I saw that Friday fixture. Yeah, Orthodox
Where's your
chain.
up?
We used to be enemies, but he's clear of me now. We used to be enemies, but we're no longer in the same tax bracket. And again, man, Feed the drug. I think he was top last week when we were checking it as well. And yeah, man, this like
Haaland,
this
Semenyo,
mistake. In
Kudus.
like this more like my just that mistake, man. Not having this guy for the last couple game weeks and having Salah, it's been severely painful, man. And Semenyo was another big one, man. We didn't even talk about that one, but the goals in that
Oh
game.
yeah,
The goals in that game, oh, they were filthy, man. First, Semenyo just decided that, yeah, man, I've had enough of this. I've
yeah.
had enough of this. Let me get my team
Let's
back
get
into
to
this.
work.
Let's get
Let's
to work,
get
bro.
to
He woke
work.
up. He woke up and said, yeah, man, I'm gonna go grab one. Grabbed the one, and then the Clive goal afterwards. I said,
Yeah,
yeah, man.
incredible.
Yeah,
You know what's
incredible goal.
crazy? Like,
Hmm.
with Semenyo, obviously, like he's been doing absolutely brilliantly, and I'm sure a lot of clubs are gonna be after him in the summer. I struggle to think of many players
Hmm.
like who are like as ambipedal as him. Like this guy, like he really
Hmm.
like it's kind of like Dembele. Like he like bruv, he don't have a weak foot. Like
Bro, he literally
like
will play him left wing, play him right wing,
yeah, bro,
and he'll
yeah,
just
like
do the job on both
it
sides.
does, yeah,
Yeah.
it
He'll just do
doesn't
the job
matter.
on both sides.
It
Yeah,
actually
he's
doesn't matter.
yeah,
Like yeah,
yeah.
like he doesn't have a weak foot. Like it's
Mm-mm.
crazy, man. Like yeah. So
Nah,
yeah, no,
so
shout
nah,
him out.
definitely have to shout him out, man. But yeah, man. So as you can see, man, FPL. Let me just quicker we get over that, the better, man. The better, man. I told you, bro. Next week on
Bro.
is just pure banter. That's what that's what that segment is for. Because it's not for me to give you any advice. Anyone watching, you're probably ahead of me. You probably have more points,
Bro,
and that is fine.
you did
I
tell the
did. I
people to
know.
get rid of the forest players,
I
man.
know, bro,
The
and
forest defenders.
I know, and that's how you know I've just not been serious.
So,
But yeah, all is well,
so,
man.
so,
Hey, man,
hey,
all is
man.
well. But
Hey,
yeah,
man.
bro, that
Well,
is the FPL segment for this week.
hey, man, I look forward to continue hearing your updates, man.
Oh, mate, mate,
That's
I'm gonna have to just quietly just remove it from the segment. just remove it from the episode plan. Just strike it out. Say, bro, don't ask me about FPL. Don't ask me
bro.
about it.
We're gonna be talking. I'm gonna say, yo, bro, you
Oh,
forgot.
mate.
You forgot
Oh,
everything.
mate.
I know for that change gonna be in the chat and say, yo, guys,
Oh, bro.
what happened to the FPL segment?
No, you're right, man. You're right. We thank God he's not here today.
Damn. Hey,
But
man.
yeah.
So, yeah, for anyone who wants to get involved in the league, man, the code is running across the screen right now. But, yeah, man. Hey, hopefully you guys can do better than Ace is currently doing, man.
Yeah,
Don't
man.
forget
Nah.
to change your team. Yeah, man.
Yeah.
But, yeah, bro, like always, you know how it goes, man. I'm thankful to anyone who's taken part in this stream, anyone who watches this later, whether it's been, 30 seconds, a minute, half an hour, the whole stream. Really appreciate all the support. And yeah, bro, do you have any further things to say?
Nah, man. Just no, appreciate everyone tuning in. And yeah, I think until the next one, man, have a good international break. I guess we'll have a think as well to see what kind of content I guess we want to have coming after on the other side of it, man. But yeah, no, definitely enjoying it. It's been it's fun to document the season as we go like this, man. So yeah, I'm definitely very happy to keep it going. So yeah, definitely very enjoyable. So thanks to everyone who is a part of the journey. We appreciate you.
Stay blessed, people.